So for a couple weeks now, one question that's been floating around every single MMORPG community is this. Is Aion 2 going to be pay to win? And I'm gonna be honest, after digging through every development statement, all the focus group info, and just looking at NCSoft history, I think that's the wrong question. The real question we should be asking, how is Aion 2 going to be pay to win? Because look, NCSoft has already shown us their hand, and today we're not going to just guess, we're going to break down the specifics, officially announced systems that lay out their entire monetization playbook. This is how they're going to do it. Alright, so first things first, let's be clear. Aion 2 looks incredible. Unreal Engine 5, massive world, the return of actual flight, action combat. There's a ton of things to be generally hyped about. But you can't just talk about Aion 2 without acknowledging the giant elephant in the room, and it's shaped exactly like NCSoft logo. Their track record with monetization has been, to put it gently, burned a lot of players. From the original Aion's cash shop, to the legendary pay-to-win of the Lineage games, to the slow burn monetization of Blade and Soul, and even the recent stumble with Throne and Liberty, there's a clear pattern here. So with that in mind, let's look what they're planning for Aion 2, and it all starts with their most obvious red flag. This right here is an absolute foundation of their entire model. Aion 2 is going to have two main currencies. You got Kina, which is your normal in-game gold. Get it by playing the game, killing stuff, doing quests, you know the drill. And then there's Guna, the premium currency you have to buy with the real money. Now here's the important part. NCSoft has confirmed there will be an in-game Guna exchange. The system lets players trade their premium Guna directly to other players for their in-game currency, at whatever the current market rate is. Let's just be crystal clear what this means. This is an official, dev-supported way to buy gold. A whale can drop $1,000, turn it into a mountain of currency, and then just walk over the auction house and buy the best possible gear that free-to-play players have spent weeks, maybe even months, grinding for. It creates a direct pipeline for your wallet to the in-game power. This isn't just a red flag, it's the very core of the entire Aion 2's pay-to-win system. It's not just about buying gold directly. The second major red flag is how Aion 2 is planning to monetize the one resource we all have in an MMO, our time. This is going to happen in two main ways. The first, the Deva Pass. This is just their fancy name for a battle pass. Now, they talk a lot about cosmetics on the premium track, but based on the leaks and NCSoft history, we know what to expect. We're talking about crucial upgrade materials, socketing gems, and other items that directly boost your character's power and speed up paying players' progression. But the real kicker is how they'll let you get around the game built-in limits. They already confirmed systems like action points that are going to time gate things like dungeons, so you might only get around certain dungeons once a day. And what do you think Gas Shop is going to sell? Dungeon entry resets, extra action points, bonus tickets. In any competitive MMO, being able to run the best content more often than other players is a direct advantage. It's more loot, more XP, and a faster progression. They're not selling you convenience, they're selling you a fast pass to the finish line. Now this last one is the most clever one, and honestly, it's the most cynical one. NCSoft has been really careful to say things like no gacha products in the cash shop. And yeah, technically that might be true. You probably won't be buying loot boxes. Instead, they built the lottery system right into the game's economy with the unidentified gear. Here's how it's gonna work. On the auction house, players can sell gear that is unidentified. So buyers pay for an item before its random stats are even revealed. It could be a useless piece of junk, or it could be the best in slot item with perfect stats. It's a total gamble. Now let's connect this back to the red flag 1, that whale who bought millions of in-game currency can now afford to buy hundreds of these unidentified items, basically pulling a slot machine over and over and over again until they hit the jackpot. This is going to let NCSoft profit from the exact same predatory RNG that makes gacha games so addictive, all while keeping the cash shop looking clean and consumer friendly. It's a gacha in disguise, and it's core part of the Aion 2's monetization strategy. So, let's go back to the original question. Is Aion 2 going to be pay to win? Yeah, that's the obvious answer. But it's not going to be like the old school model of just buying the best sword from the cash shop. It's a modern, sophisticated, pay to advance faster system built on three pillars: monetizing the economy, monetizing your time, and monetizing RNG. If you look at the whole pay to win spectrum, Aion 2 is landing squarely in the pay to advance faster zone. And for most of us who play competitive MMOs, that's pretty much the same thing as going full pay to win. It doesn't seem to be as aggressive as games like Lineage, but it's pretty much using the same playbook that has hurt their games in the West. But yeah, that's pretty much my breakdown of the current way the monetization is going to work in Aion 2, based on all the information we have. Obviously, I'm hoping that they make some changes in the West to the monetization. They actually like, maybe we get the different items in the battle pass, or maybe they add us like a buy to play model where we get reduced pay to win, but it seems to be kind of built from the ground up to have these systems and be very pay to win. So I don't really see that happening. But now I want to hear from you. Is this going to be like a complete deal breaker with the game to have this level of pay to win? Or do you really think this is kind of the reality of all the new MMORPGs in the 2025 and going into the future? Let me know down in the comments, what do you think? If you find this kind of breakdowns helpful and you want to stay up to date with the Aion 2, give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, it really helps you out. Thanks for watching, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.